No, we are going to get married in this, the most wonderful, the most beautiful hospital room in the whole wide world. And from now on, kid, you know what? It's just going to be the three of us. Okay? Is that okay with you?
I caught you!
You can't catch me, darling, because you've got me already.
No,
I'm caught.
No, listen, no sweet talk. You promised me that you weren't going to make any more wedding arrangements. Not during dinner, okay? I mean, Rosa is ready to serve the dessert. You don't want to alienate Rosa, do you?
I can't, because Rosa adores me. I had a brainstorm in the middle of dinner. I know what to do about the reception. We cannot have it in the hospital cafeteria, John.
What are you going to do? Sierra's in the hospital. I'm sure her husband is going to want to stay with her. Who would receive?
You and I. You and I. And who will be there? All the people that we couldn't squeeze into that tiny little room. That's who will be there.
No.
Oh, really, it's annoying. Really, Craig. Silly. This is all too impetuous.
Not like you and me, huh?
Oh, you and I, darling, we weren't impetuous. Oh, we're older, we're wiser. We ran away.
Let's go again. What do you say? Listen, if you're checking this out with Sierra first, I think that's a very good idea.
No, I'm not. I'm calling Mona Lisa.
You hate that place. So do I.
I know.
No?
But Craig is part owner.
So?
Darling, he's marrying my daughter.
Yeah?
John, I'm throwing some business his way. His way, the family way.
Oh, yeah.
Lila, your insecurities are showing, sweetheart. Now, come on, get rid of them. Hello, Mona Lisa. Why, Lucy, what a surprise. What can I do for you? Oh, tomorrow night? Really? Well, certainly. I think we can do a wedding reception, but I heard all about it, of course, tonight. Craig made the announcement a little while earlier. Mm-hmm. Kind of last-minute notice, though, don't you think? I think it's kind of unusual, though, especially when you think the bride and groom aren't going to be here. Oh, well, don't worry. We'll fix it up. All right.
Hey, I've been trying to get your attention for the last 5 minutes.
Why?
To ask you to join Franny and me. She was talking about weddings and starting to give me the third degree.
I had a very interesting conversation with Taylor Baldwin in the powder room.
Well, that's nice. What kind of lies did she tell you today?
Well, I guess only you can tell me if it was a lie. She insisted the kiss meant nothing. What's your opinion?
As the world turns.
About this when we got home alone.
Well, we don't have to worry about that now, do we?
This is just the kind of thing I warned you about.
Just answer the simple question. Did you kiss her or not?
I can't believe I'm asking these adolescent questions. Boy, I just hate this.
I hate this too. I hate this too. But yes, when I went to see Taylor and she started doing her numbers on me, for one insane second, I lost it.
Thank you for your honesty.
Now, wait a minute. I don't even know why it happened. But I gotta tell you, it meant absolutely nothing.
Oh, well, that's very interesting. It means nothing to Taylor, it means nothing to you, but it does mean something to me. Oh, it means that I should have never gotten involved in this whole situation from the very beginning. I mean, old enough to realize I shouldn't be involved with a man young enough to be my son.
Oh. Come on, haven't you ever lost it for a second? I mean, done something that you really regretted? Huh?
Hey, listen, you two. I've got the craziest news in the whole world. Oh, Lucy, what's her name, called up. And she is planning a wedding reception tomorrow after the wedding. Isn't that the craziest thing you've ever heard? I mean, after all, Sierra's still going to be in the hospital. You know that Craig is going to want to be right with her. So I thought, well, what the heck? We might as well just go ahead and celebrate all day long. Earl and I are going to have a wedding breakfast, and we're going to celebrate for whomever wants to come. I mean, it's the least I can do.
I am the mother of the groom.
Yeah.
I mean, I should be doing something.
Well, give a christening party for the baby.
You know, I thought it was going to be a very simple ceremony, and now all of a sudden Would you mind terribly if I just canceled my second set? I'd really like to go home and get my hair
Oh, darling, I don't mind at all. You do that, and you take care of this sweet lady.
Gotcha. Come on, I'll take you home.
No, it's all right. I can manage to get home on my own. I'm not that antiquated.
Come on, this is idiotic. I'll go home with you. We'll sit down. We'll talk about this.
Thank
You'll see
you
how
very
foolish it is.
much. I can get home on my own. I'd like to concentrate on Craig and Sierra. Now, those are two people who belong together.
No, you're not being neglected. That's absolutely ridiculous. It's just, it's her big day. Most important day of her life. I'd like it to be happy.
Yeah.
Memorable.
Well, I think you've got a good point there. If you want it to be a happy day, I tell you what, you make sure that everybody clears out of that room as quickly as possible after the ceremony so that the bride and the groom and their little baby boy can have some time together. And you thought of that all on your own. I think you're brilliant.
You're the only person who understands me.
Incredible. I gotta get the recipe for Mummy's
Rose
club.
is putting a little bit aside for you. She's going to save you.
I know. I think she wants to throw it at me.
Sorry that we deserted you and the desserts, my darlings, but there were just a few things about the wedding that we had to talk about.
Mike, what besides showing up?
Well, my sweetheart, pussycat, what are you going to wear tomorrow, huh?
I don't think it really matters because there's gonna be so many people's stuffs in that little room at the hospital.
Oh, but you don't know. John has changed things, moving to a near suite in the hospital.
Way to go, John. You're learning fast.
Now, tomorrow, darling, this is what we're going to do. We have champagne with Mrs. Lisa Mitchell, because she wants us to. Then after the wedding, we go back to the Mona Lisa for the reception, all right?
When we get married,
are.
skip the big deal, right? We're just gonna elope. What's wrong?
It's the first time you ever mentioned anything about us getting married.
Yes, absolutely, of course. Hey, Craig.
Yeah, they're getting married in the morning.
No,
Well.
I understand about you and I.
Yeah.
Craig, would you like some dessert, darling? Would you like a drink?
No, thanks. Listen, I just came by to kind of inform you that Sierra and I have decided to get married in the room she's in right now.
Oh, no, that's impossible because the flowers won't fit in. Neither will the people that have been invited.
Well, tough. The people that can't fit in will just have to watch from the hall.
Come on, Craig. I mean, you have to be absolutely impossible.
It is our wedding, and we're going to make the major decisions.
Yeah, thanks a lot. What is this? Insubordinate? Come on, John, do something. What is this? A hostile takeover?
The friendly acquisition.
Oh, darling. May I bring a peignoir?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
yes.
For the bride?
Yes.
What are you
I don't know.
gonna,
Blue jeans and sneakers. I really don't know. I'm going to decide when I wake up and shower and shave.
I think you should wear surgical green. Oh no, a robe, a white robe or something.
I would be glad to loan you something, you know, like a robe.
Mommy,
and
you get to listen to these people the way they're carrying on. My lovely, elegant drawing room is made into a madhouse.
What's happening?
Darling, it's a mutiny. Everybody's against me. Would you like to be on my side?
Sure. I don't really know what you're talking about.
Sierra and Craig getting married tomorrow, darling. I just wanted everything to be wonderful. John, what are we going to do about the music?
Wait a minute.
I know that the Chicago Symphony Orchestra can fit in the parking lot because I paced it up many times.
Yeah. Have you been drinking? Yeah, I had a beer over at Kathy's house. Why, you can smell it? Definitely. Listen, don't tell my dad, okay? No.
I think it's a good idea to watch through the watch.
Hello, Mr. Stewart.
I am sorry to stop by this late.
Oh, no, don't be. Like I said to you on the phone, it's no problem, really. So, Danny's gonna be the flower girl, huh?
Yeah. She's not going to be walking down in the aisles doing petals, but she just needed a party dress. Oh, I see you making yourself at home. You've got a fire.
It's a little late in the season, but it makes things cozy.
Yes, it sure does. Well, I'll just get that dress and I'll be out of your way.
Oh, please, take your time. You haven't heard from Betsy yet, have you?
No, she has to take a plane over to Corfu after she lands in Athens.
Oh, that's right. I've been thinking about her. Just, her flying all the way over there all by herself, and, just hope everything works out for her and her husband.
Well, I sure hope so, too.
Well, I know that she's planning to move to Greece permanently this summer. I was kind of wondering maybe what she was going to do with this cabin.
I don't think she's really had a chance to think about that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she won't be looking for a house sitter, but if she's not going to sell, I was thinking maybe I'd ask her if she'd rent it to me.
Oh, You know, you should talk to her about that. I mean, I'll confess I'm really hoping that she and Steve are going to want to move back here, and that renting would be just a perfect solution.
Yes, it would. You know, she mentioned something about Craig was buying this place for her. What did she mean by that?
Oh, well, Steve sold this cabin to pay for a new home that he built for Betsy, and then, well, when business reverses made it necessary for him to sell the new house, Craig bought this back for her and gave it to her for Christmas.
It's about the best Christmas bonus I ever heard of a boss buying his employee.
Yeah, this house has always meant so much to Betsy. Well, I guess it seems strange if you don't know them, but she and Craig have really become such good friends since their divorce.
Divorce?
You mean Betsy and Craig?
Be married?
Well, I certainly am talking a lot. I just assumed she told you.
No, she didn't, but that sure explains a lot.
Well, I'm going to get back to Danny. My next-door neighbor's staying with her while I'm gone. Just let me know if there's anything at all that you need, will you?
Thank you, but I mean, I think that should be the other way around. I mean, I know your husband's out of town, too, so if you need anything, just give me a call.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'll let you know if I hear from Betsy, okay?
All right, please do.
Yeah, thanks, yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Craig and Betsy. Oh. I'll miss you, but I hope everything works out for you over there. Liar. Guess you forgot something, huh?
What were you and Casey talking about?
Weddings? You seem really early today.
Yeah, I'm so happy for Craig and Sierra, and I really like them. It's gonna be a little tough on Ivy, though, I'll tell you about that.
I know. She'll find the right person someday. I'm surprised she hasn't already.
Yeah, she got mixed up with the wrong types for a while. Well, she was only 13 when she ran away from Kansas. She blamed herself for Josh and what he did to her. She never would have settled for a guy like Tad Channing if she hadn't had such a low opinion of herself at the time.
Unfortunately, that's a typical reaction.
Here we are talking about Josh again. Can we change the subject to something nicer?
Sure, like what?
Like, your folks getting back with Sabrina tomorrow. Oh, hi.
Craig asked Roy and I to come to the wedding, but I think he's oversold the flight. So I think we're going to do him a favor and just bow out.
No, he's just in a hurry. He wants to share it with everybody. Can't be too crowded. I'll see you there. Okay. What am I missing? Mr. McKechnie with a blonde companion? Really? Where? And it just doesn't bother you a bit, does it?
I can't fathom what goes on in that man's mind.
You and the whole Oakdale PD. Why don't we have a little chat, you and me? Oh, well.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Mitchell.
So, are we here for a late dinner tonight?
No, thank you. Just for some cocktails.
Oh, all right. Well, you know, it's kind of a good idea because we're very dizzy tonight. What with all the exciting news and everything. And Lila's not doing her second set of songs.
What news?
Oh, you haven't heard? I thought everyone in Oakdale had heard about it. Well, Sierra and Craig are getting married tomorrow at the hospital.
Well, Betsy said to think of it as home while she was away.
Yeah, well, you may have fooled Betsy and Franny, but that's because they don't know you as well as I do, so you can stop playing Lord of the Manor with me.
Why does it bug you so much when I make friends and I'm comfortable here? You know, you'd rather just have me live in a pile of hay out in the Walsh stables.
Actually, I think that's too good for you. I don't think you should be anywhere near Oakdale. You have no right to be here, none at all.
Oh, last I heard, it was still a free country.
Holden says that you were planning to stay here permanently.
That's right. As far as I know, that's exactly what you want.
Well, if you believe that, you're even sicker than I thought.
Well, all you had to do to get me out of town, Ivor, was tell me what you did with our baby.
I told you.
No. You didn't, Ivor. You lied. You see, I called information out in Los Angeles to get the number of the place where you said you left the baby, and, there was no such place.
Well, I told you that it didn't exist. It probably didn't exist anymore, and that a lot of things change in 19 years.
You're not a very good liar, Iva. I could see right through you, and I think I know you, that you could never leave your baby and never find out what happened to it, or if its parents were treating it well. I mean, you just don't seem that type.
I promised I wouldn't do that. Those are the rules of the adoption. I was sure at the time that they would find the baby a good home, and I decided to leave well enough alone.
You talk a good line. Oh, yeah. Well, but one thing's for sure. Aunt Emma's the most honest woman I ever met. And I'm going to ask her again exactly what happened to that baby. And I mean it, Iva. I'm not leaving anywhere until I find out the truth.
Well, you go ahead and you talk to Mom, and she's going to tell you the same thing that I did. That's the truth. So I think you should just pack up and leave now.
I'm not leaving until I know our baby's all right. You know, the boy would be almost 18 now. It's my own flesh and blood. And I'm going to meet that son of mine if it's the last thing I ever do in this life. Listen, I don't want to bother him or get in the way of his folks. I just want to look at him and know that he's okay. Oh. Or maybe you lied about that, too. Was it a boy, Iva? Or maybe a little girl? Well, it doesn't matter. Because either way, I'm not leaving until I find out where that child is.
Mrs. Mitchell can be really tactless sometimes. I mean, she must have known that it would hurt you to find out that Sierra and Craig were going to get married.
I knew it would happen eventually. I just didn't think it would happen this soon.
Maybe it's for the best. I mean, really, that way it'll be over quickly, and you can really get on with your life.
And I want to thank you for taking care of that co-op board business so quickly. Oh, it was no trouble at all. After all, you're not the world's most undesirable tenant.
Done until they find out she plays the tuba.
You're kidding.
I'm kidding.
Did Mrs. Mitchell also tell you that I want to stop by and have you do some legal business for me?
Yes, she did. And just give my office a call, and I'll be happy to see you.
Okay, I'll call sometime next week.
Fine.
Nice to see you again, Detective.
Nice to see you, Doctor.
Oh, Duncan, if you'll excuse me, I want to stop by the powder room.
Fine. I wanted to have a private word with Detective Franklin anyway.
A private word?
Oh, I'm sorry, Counselor. That doesn't mean you. I just wanted to know if you've heard any more about Stenbeck's whereabouts since he was supposedly spotted in Toronto.
Not since Hal's gotten back from there.
Well, I think we're all on a wild goose chase.
Oh?
Yeah, I went up to Toronto myself today. I had some ideas where I might find him, but I found no trace of him.
You claim that he attacked you. What are you looking for more?
I want to find him before he finds me again. I certainly would have killed me if Emily Stewart hadn't begged him to stop.
Hey, Casey, how are you, man? Listen, Mama finished her second set?
Oh, yeah, well, you might say so. We had a little disagreement about Dr. Baldwin, and she went home mad to concentrate on your wedding.
First fight?
Not quite.
Well, listen, if Sierra and I can get through what we went through, you and Mama get no problem.
I hope you're right.
Come on, I'll buy you a drink. I'll call her at home and fix everything up for you.
Okay, listen, I gotta wait for someone to talk to somebody. I'll join you in a minute, okay?
Sorry, Casey, I really can't talk to you now. Duncan's waiting for you.
Yeah, well, you got a lot more to be sorry about. Why did you tell Lila about that stupid kiss? You knew I regretted it before it was even over.
It was very embarrassing for me. I couldn't believe you wouldn't have told her yourself, considering the honest relationship you have.
Oh, come on. I know what you're up to. Why don't you just knock it off?
If you'll excuse me, I'll see you tomorrow at the wedding. Craig was nice enough to invite me.
Well, I hope you have the good taste not to show up.
Well, ordinarily, I pride myself on my good taste, but I do have an occasional lapse, which you'll remember I did in Marlboro.
Come on, now, no reason for you to get upset tonight of all night. Tonio is here just for a little nightcap. That's it, huh?
Oh, now, come on, Shannon. Fessed up. Is it love or what? More like lunacy. Oh, well, both of you just disturbed
An
me.
interesting tidbit from McKechnie. Seems he went to Toronto today looking for Stenbeck himself. He didn't have any luck either. He's convinced that he's still hanging around here. Now, I'll just leave you with that thought.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Shannon. You knew that, didn't you? And you didn't tell me. Why?
I didn't want to get him into any more trouble with the law, and I
Auntie asked me not to.
Whoa, wait just a minute here. Do you remember that deal that we struck with Brian? Yeah. Now, I know that you want just as much to find out what Mr. McKechnie is up to. So how about we work together, huh?
Okay, sweetheart, now you can relax. Tonio's paid his bill. He's leaving. Don't start anything, okay?
Well, you gonna congratulate me?
John will be back as soon as I drop Monica off at home, okay?
Okay.
Ooh, I'm glad to see that chivalry is not dead at all.
What's wrong?
I'm glad to see chivalry isn't dead after all.
Well, Dusty doesn't seem to mind too much.
No, he doesn't really make me sick, you know.
I gotta go, too. Good night, Mr. and Mrs. Dixon.
Hold it, I want you here in the morning. I don't want you to go to the office. I'm giving you the day off. I want you to be at the breakfast with us, at the wedding with us, and the reception.
Thank you. Ms. Walsh, you really have a great family here now. And, I think it's really nice.
Holden, thank you. I'm overcome. I don't know what to say.
Say good night, Mother. Good night.
It's wonderful to see you so happy like this.
Oh, am I. I feel everything, my whole life, everything is perfect.
Good.
Oh, perfect. I'm so afraid that it won't last. Hello?
Lucinda?
Is that you, Tonio?
I just want you to know that I expect you to stop that wedding.
Don't be ridiculous. I don't take orders from you.
You'll take this one, or I'll tell Lily the truth tomorrow before the wedding begins. That should put a stop to things rather quickly.
Lucinda? Lucinda, wake up. Come on. You can't fall asleep down here. Let's go upstairs.
I just had the most ghastly nightmare.
Come on, it was just a dream.
Oh, I hope it was. Oh.
And now, part 2 of As the World Turns.
Hey, Eli. Come on, your son said you'd even understand if you let me explain. You want me to go out to a payphone and call you? Come on, open the door. This is a very important day for you. I want to share it with you. Lila?
Hi, Casey.
Hi, Meg.
If you're looking for Lila, you might as well take a chair and a good book. She left early this morning. Seemed pretty depressed for the mother of the groom. See you at the hospital.
Oh, didn't you hear the phone ringing off the wall last night?
Well, yes, but it was Casey, and I just didn't want to talk to him.
Well, it was Casey and I. We talked about what happened. I think you should hear him out, know where he's coming from.
But I do. He came from a very bad affair with Kara Baldwin. A woman who smoked closer to his own age. Someone who hurt him very much by leaving him. That's where he's coming from. And now I understand exactly why he's attracted to me. I'm safe.
Oh, come on.
I'm an older woman who couldn't hurt him by leaving him because I don't have any other place to go.
Mama, stop it. Come on, that's a load of garbage, you know it.
It is not. I mean, you said so yourself.
Yes, I said so, but I said so, but I've already told you I've changed my mind. Once I could see you two together, once I could understand how happy you two were. Look, I know that Casey would never, ever intentionally set out to hurt you. But I also know that you apparently want to hurt yourself with this.
Craig, please stop it. Now, don't worry about me. This is your wedding day, and I want you to be happy. Now, I just saw Sierra, and I wished her the best. I'm going over to the breakfast to help Lisa out, and I don't want you to think about it. This is your wedding day. I love you. Now, be happy.
Yikes.
Look at this. The only thing missing is the casket.
Hey, that is a terrible joke to make on the happiest day of our lives. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you feel?
incredibly wonderful.
You look incredibly wonderful. Oh, this is from your mom. It's something to be presentable in at your wedding and something that a prince. Wow, you're...
Yes, and I'm not opening it now because the groom is not supposed to see it before the wedding.
Why?
Because it's bad luck.
What is bad luck? What do you mean bad luck? There is no such thing as bad luck. Not on a day like this.
Hey, Joe. What, were you still here? Yeah, I'm late. Wait a second. I'd like to speak to you. Come here. Just come here. I'm going to be honest with you. I was surprised that you were drinking a little bit.
Yeah, why?
For the obvious reasons, Andrew.
Dustin, no big deal. One beer. Okay, fine, it's no big deal. Maybe it isn't, but it was a big enough deal for you to realize that you shouldn't say anything to John, which indicates to me that you think you're doing something wrong.
He wouldn't understand. You know that.
How do you know that? I think he would. And I think you should speak to him about it and maybe get his advice a little bit.
Like, don't do it?
He might say that, but he wouldn't say that without an explanation. Andrew, I've spoken to him about this before, believe me. He said things to me. I've seen guys back in high school that make me think what he said was right. Come on.
Why?
Because it starts off with a beer, right? Like this. And some of these guys get into the hard stuff a little bit. It becomes something they have to do every day. It becomes a drug to them. Andy, it is a drug. You've learned that. Come on. Also, keep in mind that at your age, this is illegal still.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Alcoholic Counselor.
Andy, I'm hoping that I'm premature, okay? I just want you to know what could happen to you. And I'm sure you've seen it before yourself, so think about it a little bit.
Thanks. I gotta go to school, okay?
Fine.
See you later. I can handle it.
All right. Well, I could have sworn I left it up there next to the bed.
chair last night.
It was?
Yes.
It was? Well,
Oh,
this is going to be all right, isn't it? I think it's all right.
very conservative.
It isn't the Duke and Duchess of someplace
Good
that a
morning.
Duke and Duchess would be from.
Yes, aren't we rather splendid?
Yeah, where did you run off to this morning?
Well, John, I'll tell you, my economics professor asked me to come in and speak to him this morning before his 9 o'clock class, and it was something very important. I went down to the campus to speak to him, John, and I think your wish might come true.
What wish?
Hello.
Hello.
You look very nice.
What wish?
What wish? John.
Yes.
You always wanted me to go to Harvard, right? And I've been picked for a seminar there.
That's
great! Dustin! Oh,
thank you very much.
You're going to go, aren't you?
Well, I've got to give them my answer by this afternoon. I'm not sure. A spot has opened up. Someone canceled out.
Yeah. Well, of course, it's your decision to make, but I know you're going to make the right one, aren't you?
That's the way it is, huh?
We gotta let him make up his own mind.
Yeah.
Yes, we've heard that phrase before, haven't we?
True,
Well, come on,
true,
darling,
true,
we've got
true.
to rush because we don't want to be late
Well,
for
you
the
go ahead.
champagne.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'll see
Hope
you.
you guys don't make throughout.
Yeah, you look lovely, Lily. Listen, I'll see you at the hospital, Dustin.
Okay.
Don't wait too long before you accept it, okay?
Wow.
I'm so proud of you. I really am.
Thank you very much. Listen, if I decide to go, I'm gonna miss you.
I'm gonna miss you too. But this is a great opportunity. And if you want to make points with Monica, this is the best way to do it. I think she'd love to go out with a Harvard man. Oh, gosh. You're gonna come back, right, for my graduation if you go.
Lily, come on. I wouldn't miss that, no way.
Good morning, Steph.
Well, don't you two look pretty?
Why, thank you. Danny's going to be the flower girl for Sierra. She wanted Nancy to see her dress.
Well, I can certainly see why. You look beautiful. Oh, did you talk to Betsy yet?
No, not yet, but I expect we will after the wedding.
You know, Danielle, I hope that Franny and I have a little girl just like you when we're married, huh?
Oh, I hope you do.
Is she inside, Franny?
No, I don't think she expected you this early. When I told her that Rod Landry was house sitting for Betsy, she decided to go over and see him.
Here you go. Watch
Thank
it, it's
you.
hot.
Well, I'm glad you didn't mind my coming by like this.
Oh, why would I? You know, I've never forgotten how nice you were to me the night of your parents' anniversary party. I mean, you didn't have to be, especially the way Seth and I were going at it.
I love Seth very much, and I'm trying to understand the situation. It's difficult for him to even talk to you. This is a very emotional issue for his family.
Well, yes, it is, and that's what And that's part of the reason why I'm staying here, because I think if I'm around long enough, maybe they'll decide that I'm not the monster that they think I am.
Well, actually, I came by to ask you a favor. Dr. Michaels, who's a staff psychiatrist at Memorial, is teaching a special session at Oakdale University this summer. It's about the effects of child abuse. It's something that I'm particularly interested in. And I know it would be a tremendous help to us if we were able to speak with someone who's experienced it and is still dealing with the repercussions. Of course, if you'd rather not talk about it, I would understand.
I just don't know if I could. Especially to strangers. I mean, Franny, I'd really like to help you, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I could.
I understand. I understand. But would you think about it? You could be a tremendous help to a lot of people who experienced it.
You really believe me, don't you? I mean, about the abuse.
I believe you. I don't believe you'd make it up. I took the liberty of discussing it with Dr. Michaels. I didn't mention your name. And she said she'd be willing to give you free counseling in exchange for your help. She's very good, I think. I don't want to pressure you, but I would appreciate it if you think about it. Now I'd better get going. Seth's going to pick me up for the wedding.
Here, I'll get the door for you.
Thank you.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Well, it wasn't something I could talk to you about on the phone.
What wasn't?
Right. You're only arguing with yourself. No reason to doubt Casey's feelings for you. Mama, don't even walk away from me.
This is Craig's day, all right? I don't want him to have to worry about this, so just let it be. I'll be fine, darling.
Mama,
is your mother all right?
No, she's having heart trouble. Not that kind, the other kind, the kind that half the world's having.
Only half?
Hey, have you thought any more about my proposition?
I have thought about nothing else. But,
I don't know. Fire would be perfect with the perfect cover as Duncan's decorator. Oh. Well, he wasn't invited to the wedding. What is his excuse? I think you're about to find out. Keep me posted.
please meet.
Good morning, lassie.
Did you forget something last night?
I forgot to ask you if you would do me the honor of coming back to resume work on my humble castle this morning.
Why don't you have Taylor decorate that pile of rocks you call a home?
Oh, she's not nearly as decorative as you are.
Listen, folks. Yes. Folks, I'd like to thank my lovely hostess, my handsome host, for starting the celebration this way.
Yay.
I appreciate it. It really is great. And my bride is waiting for all of us together at the wedding. We've decided not to announce any honeymoon plans until after I've gotten my bride and my son, the baby, home safe and sound, which I know some people do the other way around. But anyway, thanks so much. There's nothing more to say but cheers.
Casey, hi. Come on. We're drinking a toast.
Oh, hey. What? I forgot. Oh, listen. Would you be my best man?
Well, why not? How about that line, best man? Well then, let me propose a toast. To Craig and Sierra, I hope they're very happy, so Craig's mother will stop worrying so much about him. It's especially important to me because I love her more than anything in this world. Here.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thanks. There you go, Abe.
Nicer place to have lunch than the stables. With everybody at the wedding? Why not?
You don't need to look at me as if I were a criminal.
What are you doing here?
I came to talk to Rob.
His name is Josh. And you shouldn't be here alone with him.
I'm sorry if you don't like it, but it's something that I have to do.
I'm just trying to protect you. I don't want you around some guy who takes advantage of women when he's alone with them.
Please, let's go. I don't want to be the reason for any fight.
Hello? You're gonna have to speak up. We've got a bad connection. Hello? Betsy? Yeah, I'm here. What's wrong?
I'm real happy to see you. Glad we could have lunch together. Oh, I wish there was something I could say to make you feel better.
Meg, I just can't forget the look on Craig's face. I know he asked me to congratulate him only to humiliate me.
Well, if that's true, and I'm not saying it is, then I wouldn't give him the satisfaction by letting it get to me.
How dare he look down on me? And Lucinda, now she's in league with him. Well, I could stop that marriage in an instant.
How? Why would you want to do that?
Wait for me here, Meg. I'll be back soon.
Now, you got the papers. John?
Yes.
Oh, look at you. With your haircut, I think it's great. Now, and with this, we can tell who's the bride and who's the groom.
Well,
You look beautiful.
but Margot, I wanted Craig to ask you before, and then everything got so crazy and so spontaneous that I never got to, but I'd like it very much if you'd be a bridesmaid along with Franny.
I'd be honored. I'll go get a dress.
Look, you don't have to...
I'm only teasing you. Oh, you're nervous. You got a prince here, I want you to know.
I know. A bit unconventional, but a friend.
Well, as a frog, for your kiss.
I wasn't going to say that.
Boy, I wish I knew what you were thinking.
Well, stunned after that public announcement.
Would you do me a favor? Would you put that on hold until we can really talk about it? Okay? Oh, man, I can't believe she had the nerve to really show up. Just don't let her spoil it for you, okay?
Stacy, come on.
What?
Come on, you're gonna miss the event.
Oh, let's go. No, we're not. Here we go. Okay.
I think we're about to begin. Come on in, everybody, or just spill out into the corridors if necessary. It's impromptu, but I think it's delightful. Rather, this is my daughter, Elliot Kirkland. All right, John.
Coming, dear. Coming.
John, here we are.
Yes. Okay.
John.
Yes. Yes.
No.
What?
Oh, the licht.
Oh!
Oh, good. Thank you. We're ready.
I'm very pleased to welcome you to the ceremony which will unite Sierra Bonita Esteban and Craig Bryant Montgomery. We have a guest of honor with us today to whom this union and commitment is perhaps the most significant. I've been told he's especially pleased to be here. For those of you who haven't met him yet, this is Bryant Montgomery. His parents promised me they'll give him a middle name before the christening. Dearly beloved, we're gathered together here in the sight of God and these witnesses to join this man and this woman in holy matrimony, which is an honorable estate, and therefore not to be entered into unadvisedly, but reverently, discreetly.
There's no room in there, but there's plenty of space out here.
I didn't
Into this
realize
holy
it was
estate,
going on
these
now.
two persons come now to be joined. If any person can show just cause why they may not be lawfully joined together, let him now speak, or else hereafter forever hold his peace.